Welcome everyone to the next episode of Sack to the Future. Tonight it is week number 5 as the Miami Dolphins come to Buffalo, coming off their first loss of the season, losing the Patriots last week 24-6. They host the new look Dolphins. I say new look because they have a new quarterback. As we are doing away with the Easter eggs, moving into a more realistic look. The Dolphins are now quarterbacked by former Navy signal caller Tom Blanda, who happens to be the younger brother of George Blanda. Also later tonight we will have for you the Packers and 49ers at some point after this game, within a few minutes after this game, I should say. Now there's a look at Buffalo here in 1965, the Bills, who won the AFL title that year. Go Bills and go Blanda, says some of the regular and a member, Stonewall and Terrors. I see you guys. So the quarterback battle was, everybody thought would be Jack Kemp versus George Washington. Instead, a former vice presidential candidate, or future vice presidential candidate, takes on a Navy man, Tom Blanda, who will go on to serve 2 tours in Vietnam. Much different life than his brother George, who was an NFL record holder for most seasons played at 26. Tom Brady's trying to usurp that. The Bills will kick off earlier on this channel. We had alternate series, so it is a triple header day here on the VinnyXWolf channel, as I have a fly crawling around on my television screen. It's looking to throw a block for the Dolphins. He missed his block. The fly, that is. No season stats, of course, belong to George Washington, but what do we know? Look how they have that linebacker covering the wingback way over there. That makes a lot of sense. Blanda's first pass in the AFL is way overthrown. Walsh, Nisby, Hayes, Denver, and Frank, the offensive line. Barnes, Leeson, Ferguson, Greer, and Lawson, the backs and receivers. Next year when the Dolphins come to Buffalo, there'll be a real team. It'll be operated by Phantom Fighter. Everybody complains about all the championship caliber teams I have now. Well, Phantom Fighter has set himself up real nicely if we ever get to the mid-80s. McDowell, Sistak, Dunaway, Day, Tracy, Jacobs, and Stratton, linebackers. Bird, Clark, Sames, and Edgerson. The 49ers, Broncos, Dolphins, and Bears. 1985 could be a banner year for Phantom Fighter. Just 20 years away. That pass is complete. Blanda with his first completion picks up 10 yards. But it'll be a 4th down as Al Greer makes the reception. And John Tracy is there to make the tackle. Tom Pennington on to punt. And Bird is going to let that sail into the end zone. Pennington was the kicker. Jack Kemp, 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 591 yards. But Pennington moves to punter, as Tom Blanda is also a good kicker for the Navy midshipman, or no, He was Yeah, he was Army. Billy Joe, a future Dolphin, is run over for a loss of 1. Army, yes, he played for Army. I had Navy wrong. I believe they were known as the Cadets back then. I'm not sure when they began the Black Knights. I think in the 90s. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Johnson getting his hand up and knocking it down. Barber, Shaw, Berman, Bemiller, and Hudson are the offensive line. Bass, Smith, Joe, Costa, and DeBenion, the backs and receivers. Third down and 11. Not starting off real well for the Bills. Oh, it was right to DeBenion, but at the same time, a Dolphin linebacker got in there and knocked it away. So an exchange of punts will occur. Paul McGuire. Short punt. Ah. Chairs, I send out invites. Oh, nice. Eisenhower, who will eventually have his name changed too, gets past the initial tackler, but Mike Stratton is right there. I did rename the Bengals Easter eggs. Tara's going to be taking care of most of the rest until he gets tired of it. And I'm letting him have a little fun with the Continental Football League. Not letting him, it's his idea, so not letting him. He's took on the task and we all agree. And Blanda is wide off the mark. Pennington's punt's going to go into the end zone. So the Bills will get a second chance at the with the ball. Why are you cutting when I'm going right? Oh, of course. Not only does he cut left when I'm trying to run toward the right, he fumbles. Sets up a 2nd and 20. How are we supposed to have a running game when that shit happens? Kemp completes it to Orlick, and they're going to pick up about 17 on the play. Good enough for 3rd down and 3. Kemp completes to DeBenion for the 1st down. So after a disastrous run, Kemp is able to get the 1st down on 2 passes. Well, that's at least positive gain. Okay, let's take a look at the Dolphins' defense. Dick Davis, George Hulse, Chug Pickles in need of a name. Al Miller, Bob Marquez, Andrew Johnson, John Kennedy. There's two there, Johnson and Kennedy. Frank Buddha, Tom Minter, Dave West, and Marshall Starks. So 3 starters on the defense for the Dolphins. Chug Pickles, Andrew Johnson, and John F. Kennedy. If Bass could have held a block there, Billy Joe has 4 carries, -5 yards. But if Bass could have held a block, we might possibly have been able to get the first down. Just possible. And that pass is complete to Rutkowski and a first down. We will keep on the... Oh, I did not mean to no huddle. Well, that play ended up working out. Not exactly what I was going for when I accidentally pushed the ball for the spike. Hey, how you doing? But I was able to audible to the fake spike and then somehow pull something out of my ass and get a first down. So a totally broken play on my part, but it worked out. And Charlie Ferguson on the big reception, and he's down to the 13. Oh, and he's injured. He looks like he's holding his ribs, so hopefully it's nothing too serious.
What just happened?
I don't have... Oh. Just had an injury to Charlie Ferguson on a huge play. I don't have any traps in the Bills' offense.
Oh, that's terrible.
I just noticed that. And Billy Joe is hitting the backfield. For whatever reason, I'm struggling to figure out this running game. I don't get it.
You ever thought about going a little power formation? 2 tight end, fullback?
Might have to.
Keep it simple.
Oh, and Kemp way overthrows. Costa had broken open into the end zone. Charlie Ferguson, back spasms, will return soon. Okay. Third down and 12. We can get a first down without scoring. And Kemp is going to take off run. He's going to get 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And Pete Gogolak hits the extra point, and it is now 3-0 Buffalo. Eisenhower on the return is just ran over. So first down and 10.
Boy, seeing Namath in the 2019 Jets uniform is kind of goofy.
Well, in that time, Leeson carries for a loss of 1. Harry Jacobs is there for the tackle. It's second down and 11. Rick Leeson is still in the backfield for Tom Blanda. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Buffalo Bills lead the Miami Dolphins 3-0. Ron McDowell just powers his way in to get the sack on Blanda. And it's 3rd and 18. Why do they do that? Blanda stands in the pocket with no pressure. Is able to complete the pass. The defender, who was right with number 80, Barnes, Gary Barnes, the minute the ball was thrown, stops running and Barnes gets open. So it's first down on the Bills' 44. And that pass to complete to Eisenhower. Jacobs is there for the tackle. And Blanda's now 3 of 6. Second down and 7. And McDowell is going to get his second sack. But both sacks are a result of Tom Blanda holding onto the ball really long. 3rd and 14. And Blanda throws the ball into the ground. It'll be 4th down on their own 48. So after the huge completion to Barnes, the former Packer, Blanda is unable to move, gets sacked, throws an incomplete pass, and it's 4th down. And Pennington will punt again. Tom Pennington with the punt out of bounds. And Billy Joe, 5 carries, -7 yards. Just awesome. I only have Joe for 1 season, and I'm definitely not going to make it a memorable one. So the Bills come out tight on the right, I formation. Actually double tight with a wing left. And Ray Carlton takes the handoff and gets 3 yards. And Carlton is gone. He is going to go 61 yards off left tackle for the touchdown. Out of the tight formation. Not exactly the running back we were trying to feature, but Carlton takes 2 runs and goes 64 yards, 61 of them on the final play. And the Bills have their first touchdown of the day. And Gogolak's kick is good, and it's 10-0 Buffalo with 5:06 to go in the first half. Hey Stonewall, you still watching? Oh, way off. Well, not too bad. It's a deep kick into the back of the end zone. Eisenhower will remain there.
Well, this defense sucks.
They're supposed to.
I know.
That pass is complete. Blanda to number 87. Second down and 4. And a high pass. George Sames is able to hit the receiver as he goes for the ball, knocking it free. 3rd down and 4. Oh, man. Okay. So they throw the pass out to the right. I'm able to switch to the defender who has a beat on the ball, but the minute I switch to him, he moves slightly off to the right. And it's a completed pass. I probably would have been better off letting the defender just take care of it. And Leeson on that carry, he picks up 5. Man. Another first down, this time to Lawson. First down to the 26. Let's get out of that defense. Pass is complete for 3-yard gain. Blanda is 7 of 12 now, 95 yards. Second down and 7. And Ferguson gets the handoff, and he loses a yard. It's 3rd and 6. And we're at the 2-minute warning. Buffalo leads 10-0. The pass is complete out into the flat, but Stratton's there to make the tackle, and that'll set up a 4th down and 2, as Tom Blanda has now reached 99 yards throwing, and Warren Wells on the reception. The future Oakland Raider.
Yep.
And Blanda's field goal is good, and the Bills will not get a 3rd shutout. It is 10-3 Buffalo, with 1:12 to go in the half.
About ready to start broadcasting line.
Okay. Oh, I had a hole and I didn't hit it.
Welcome to Sack to the Future 1965, week number 5, game number 1 on this channel. And once again, we'll be bringing you the semi-run, semi-computer-run New York Football Jets, JUTSSS, as they take on the semi-pro, formerly Houston Texans, now San Antonio. Which
Marshalls, that's offensive.
Yeah, that's right. Starting in Madden 2021, you can no longer choose the Marshalls. Don't know why, but hey, that's right. Starting in Madden 2021. There you go. I say partially run by a human, partially run by a computer, because we decided, well, I asked, and the Supreme Overlord, VinnyXWolf, who you'll hear in the background playing the Dolphins Bills, allowed me to play the Jets for the preseason, the semi-pro games, which they have 8, and not the human games, which they also have 8. So, just because I think Matt Snell is being criminally underused, but based on the blocking of last week's game that I controlled, that may not be Matt Snell's problem, more the offensive line is horrendous. Anyway, there's Namath. There's
That
Don
pass
Maynard.
incomplete.
Maynard is going into week 5, had the second most yards receiving in the NFL, behind Bob Hayes. Last week, you can see Don Maynard did 7 catches, 100 yards, and 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the win over Yuccaneers.
And the Bills will face a 4th and 6, but I'm not going to punt this. I'm going to let it run to the half.
Looks like we're about ready to get to a halftime score. This is a Thursday night game, so the game you're listening to hasn't been played yet, so don't listen.
Yeah. And we have reached halftime in Buffalo. The Bills lead the Dolphins 10-3.
The Marshalls have put up fights against everybody they've played, but have lost every game. Most recently, they were leading the Baltimore Post all the way up until the final 2 minutes of the game, and then lost 7-6. And there's Val Kecken, number 2 leader in passing yards in the Sack to the Future World. Oh, damn it. I did it again.
And Carlton picks up 4. We're in the third quarter now.
Here's the Marshals. Let's see. 3PO, Byrne, Jackinus, Bonovich, and Lucio. Pope, Carlisle, Killett, Ebbinghaus, and there's a few professionals there.
Yep. Billy Joe goes for the first down. John F. Kennedy on the tackle.
Does he have positive yards now?
Yes. Billy Joe picks up 10. He's got 7 carries, 9 yards. So he didn't
Jerry
when you
Colvin,
asked, but
Paul
now he does.
Rochester, Harris, and Verlin Biggs, the rookie. Ralph Baker, Wahoo McDaniel, Larry Grantham. Clyde Washington, Willie West, Bill Baird, and Bernard Paulson.
Joe does not get a yard on the stat, but he gets the first down anyway. Former Bill Tom Minter on the tackle. Carlton, or no, Billy Joe's still in.
Speaking of Jerry Philbin, there he is making the tackle on Porta.
And that time, Billy Joe picks up 6. And she's now got 9 carries for 17 yards. And Kemp is going to be sacked again. Dick Davis breaks through, makes the sack. It's third down and 6.
Here he comes, Joe, the rookie, Joe Willie Namath. 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 842 yards passing. He's only got 5 years on those knees, at least according to the doctors. We'll see how that goes.
Bears in 2 according to Phantom.
Woohoo!
Hopefully that's a quick game because I'm way ahead. And we'll be doing Packers 49ers after. Oh, and Joe Auer on third down, or no, sorry, Billy Smith on third down takes the handoff and only picks up 1. And it'll be 4th down and 5 from their own 49.
Winston Hill, Sam DeLuca, Huddick, Herman, and Plunkett are the bad line. Bill Mathis, Matt Snell, Don Maynard, George Sauer, and D. Mackey are the backs and wide receivers.
And Ray Carlton on the fake punt gets the first down. Ray Carlton all the way down to the 26. Too bad those 23 yards don't count along with the 61 yards from earlier. Ray Carlton would be close to 100 yards. The fake punts don't count for some reason. Yeah. The fake punts don't count. Yeah. That's how I think Joe Perry should make the Hall of Fame, is the fake punts from Baltimore. Never mind what he did in San Francisco.
Why is the fake punt your best running play?
I don't know. That's a good question. It shouldn't surprise anybody by now, but yet it does.
The Marshals defense. Novsek, Gessman, and Kalmer.
Kemp takes off, picks up 4.
Hardy, Darth Vader, Jerry Lamb, and Dave Yon.
No, Darth Vader's going to have to go too.
Yeah, Lyndon Crow, Dick Haley, a mixture of several players there.
Man, on 3rd and 3, I had a huge hole and I hit the blocker and got tackled. 4th down and 3, and Gogolak will attempt the field goal.
And here comes another running play.
Oh, way too early on that.
The wrong button on that one.
I hit the button way too early and I went wide right.
What are the scores?
10-3 Buffalo in the 3rd.
0-0 halfway through the first.
And it's Buffalo, Miami, and the Jets against who?
Marshals.
Oh.
Ferguson
So
gets
Marshals
piled up on.
I'll be starting in like 5 seconds.
Don Maynard. Big D.
Ferguson takes the handoff.
The Big D smoked a cigarette and went out and caught a 25-yard pass.
Welcome back to Sack to the Future. We're in week number 5 now. The Bears trying to get their 2nd win of the season, taking on the New Orleans semi-pro team, who is 0-4. We also have the Jets going on the Terrors channel, and the Buffalo Bills are playing a semi-pro team from Miami. Last year they'll be semi-pro. over on the VinnyXWolf channel.
And Tom Blanda completes a pass.
This is the first meeting between Buffalo and Miami this year, right?
Yes.
So you'll get him one more time as a computer-controlled opponent.
Yep.
Matt Snell has 191 yards rushing. Only had 52 last week, and he's already off to a bad start this week.
For a second, I thought you meant he had 190 in that first quarter. I was like, okay,
No,
that's what you wanted to do.
That's what I want to do, but this offensive line just won't let me do it.
Ron McDowell jumps, but he gets back.
But I can pass all day long. His name completes his third pass, this time to George Sauer.
And
it'll be first and goal at the 4.
Blanda completes the pass to Greer, 2nd and 7. So Tom Blanda has yet to do what his brother's famous for in Sack the Future. He has not thrown an interception. Eisenhower gets to the 44. And that should, well, we got to pick a play. Let's say that is the end of the third quarter. Buffalo lead Miami 10-3.
And
so
of course,
Bill George is out 3 more weeks. Otherwise, the Bears are relatively healthy.
And I get Bill Mathis to make a running play, and he scores the touchdown. Not that.
That's all you do is give Mathis touchdowns.
Ferguson breaking tackles and picks up the first down. Larry Ferguson has 18 yards on 7 carries.
The semi-pro team spared no expense in their pregame. Fired smoke. Gale Sayers last week at 41
Tom
yards.
Tracy sacks Blanda. That is the 3rd Blanda sack today. 2nd and 19.
Sounds like the Bills are already on their way to a victory.
Well, I'm only up by 7 with 7 minutes to go.
The Saints are not a bunch of CFLers or anything, right? They haven't done much this year.
No, we have not. We have not gotten to the Saints yet. The Bengals
so
are.
They better be easy.
Bengals are done. The Seahawks, are they done yet?
The names are.
Okay, so the Bengals and Seahawks are done. And so that leaves 8.
I didn't see any Seahawks to rate or anything, so.
I just renamed them. I will tell you, I did change. I put a bunch of offensive linemen from the Hartford Charter Oaks, and them be small dudes.
Yeah, the CFL guys aren't much bigger either.
The offensive line, with the exception of the right tackle, I think they all be between 230 and 240. So I was as big as them in high school.
First down and 10 as the Dolphins fail to convert a wide open receiver, but the ball floats and Edgarson's able to get there and break it up. So the Bills take over 1st and 10 from their own 28, 6 minutes to go.
Uh-oh, Vinny ball.
Incomplete pass on 1st down. Kemp is 7 of...
The prophet is the center still.
Well, so to rate the Seahawks, you'll have to just...
Yeah, I don't know if I'll change anything because I have no clue. I mean, CFL was, competitive, just a step under the NFL at this time at least. I mean, I know it's probably a couple steps behind now. But back when people weren't getting millions of dollars a year, I think they had some good players up there.
DeBenion gets the first down on the reception, 8 yards. And,
yeah, I'd have no clue how to rate that other.
Well, Pro Football Archives does have their stats and stuff.
Yeah, but against other guys in that league, right?
True.
Yeah.
That'd be like trying to rate high school players or something. I don't know.
Well, the only way I'll, I don't know.
Could you imagine if we had to do NCAA and you wanted me to rate 120 teams?
Well,
he thought about it, I'm sure.
They don't make a game for the PS4 or all we did back in the day was change the names. We couldn't change ratings, so it was never an issue.
Oh.
But yeah, there was a time when me and a couple other guys would sit for the first month of college,
2 touchdowns, 7
renaming the entire. Take about half an hour because all you're doing is name and number, and then we would play after, from late September to May, a NCAA and an NFL season. There were 6 of us playing in partnerships, so there were 4 and 4. 2 of us played both leagues, myself and my roommate. I think that's how it was.
Sayers gets a first down.
And of course, we had created ourselves and put them on the college team. So another first down completion from Kemp to Warlick, and we are now under 3 minutes to go in the game. Past midfield. And up to Billy Joe. Why does he run right at his blocker?
Finally, Matt Snell goes 55 yards for a touchdown.
Normally, Mike Rabel, Mike Pyle, Jim Cadell, and Bob Watoska, Johnny Morris, Ronnie Bull, Gail Sayers, Mike Ditka, and Jim Jones, skilled players. Go ahead, Terrors.
One play, he has now rushed for 1/4 of his entire season.
We have just passed the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins are starting to use timeouts. 3rd and 4 for the Bills. Tampa Bay is leading Philadelphia. Upset alert in the 4th.
Woohoo!
That is Russ Jackson coming down. He is 22 of 29, 273 yards, and 4 touchdowns. The CFL legend, Russ Jackson.
What have you done?
Oh, Kemp misfires wide open receiver, and it'll be 4th down. So at the minute 54 to go, the Dolphins will be getting the ball back.
What? Let go of their block that early.
The punt down to the 10. So if the Dolphins are going to tie it, they have 2 timeouts. They're going to have to go 90 yards in a minute 48.
Jones makes that catch.
It's intercepted. Only 1 foot down, though. They're calling it right now a first down for the Bills. Let's hurry up and get the play called. Come on. I don't even care that I'm in the Wildcat. Get in motion. Billy Joe out of the Wildcat just picks up 13 yards on a first down, and the interception for Tom Tracy will count. I rushed that play because I did not want, not that it really has any bearing whatsoever on the game. I mean, they would call if they wanted to, but Tom Tracy only came down with 1 foot in bounds. The legendary Kirby Berger.
Oh, stupid.
And the Dolphins cannot stop the clock again.
Gail Sayers is in the end zone.
It is 4th and 3, however, from the 4. So, do I kick the field goal? Do I try to run a play? I'm going to be snapping it with 9 seconds left.
Do you trust your offensive line to block?
For 9 seconds, no. Yeah.
I would not kick the field goal because they could block it, and that's the only way they're tying the game.
So, what I could do is line up in the shotgun and just run backwards. Well, no, just run is not backwards. Yeah. Just run as far as I can to the sideline.
No, just run. Just put safe and just run a run play.
Actually, Kemp runs it into the end zone. How about that? Kemp runs in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yep, that'll work.
I was just going to run toward the sideline and then try and waste time, but there was nobody there, so what the hell? Score.
So it looks like the Dolphins will be 0-5, huh?
Yep. And Gogolak's kick is good. It's 17-3 with 9 seconds to go in the game. It was a 5-play drive for the Bills. We're going to squib this sumbitch. Sorry, I watched Smokey and the Bandit the other day.
Darth fucking Vader.
Here's the defense. Big
George Sames on the tackle.
Kilcullen, Leggett, and Doug Adkins. Dick Buckus in the middle, Larry Morse, Joe Fortunato on the outside. Bill George is hurt. Pettibone and Taylor, the safeties, McCray and Witzel are the corners.
Blanda back to pass. He's got a jump ball out of bounds, and that will end the game. The Buffalo Bills are 3-1 now. No, 4-1 after 5 weeks. They beat the Miami Dolphins 17-3. Ray Carlton with
3-2.
Yes, 3-2. Am I? I thought it was 3-0 going into the game against the Patriots.
I think he lost to the Jets.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, you're right. So 3-2. Ray Carlton had the big 61-yard run in the second quarter, and then Jack Kemp had a 3-yard run.
Oh, come on!
And thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for Packers 49ers and after the Bears game. God bless America.